Wow. Just wow. Oh my God. What did we just watch? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm going to take the glasses off. Wow. Holy cow. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 33. An absolute mayhem barn burner, crazy one. What did I just watch? In all of my 25 years of watching football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, I've never, ever, ever seen games that Wrexham put together when they come together like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I left. I listened to Extra Time. I went to the gym. It's so weird. You go and what we just got off of, and you go and you look at what other people are doing in their Saturday mornings, working out, and they don't know that we just spent the last 3 hours screaming at our televisions, watching this amazing, like an amazing display of football, pride, guts, glory, whatever you want to say, but absolute mayhem. Oh my God. I need a cigarette. All of it. I need all the stuff. I don't even smoke. But anyways, thanks for coming in. Smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the Local Pundit if you haven't already. Fun watch along. Going on all the rides. By the way, people in the chat that don't understand that we're sitting here in passion and they get all the hipped up, we're kicking every goddamn ball and enjoy it. And that's what makes this community and everything so good, why we do the channel. So, we had probably the dumbest comment on the Local Pundit ever earlier today. But anyways, we're not going to go that route. We're going to talk about Wrexham coming in 5-3, 8-goal thriller. You had every single emotion that was going to happen there. Every single emotion. How you doing, Chief? What's going on? We got two interviews today. One with Parkinson and one with Doyle. And I got to tell you, they were fantastic performances all over the pitch. Unbelievable. Unfortunate. Bad news. Here's the one bad news is that Sheaf went down. We don't know what he's looks like. But the good news on that is that we have Biner. We have Biner. Viner that came in, and I think he's probably going to be the cover in the middle of the park. But we don't know what the extent of it is too. But I got to tell you, that is promotion quality football right there. Never say die attitude. Goonies are down here, whatever you want to call it, not going away. The magic, whatever you want to call it, it's all there. Everyone's still buzzing, says Ruth. Josh, what's up? Nikki D, what up, dude? Morning, Chief. Just woke up to work. Can't believe that scoreline. What did I just miss? Alan, I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. You better go back and watch the game. Oh my God. I don't want to know the O-ring. That would terrify me. I do not want to know. One of my friends, Dixon, wears one of those, and I terrifies the shit out of me. I don't want to know. Oh, Steve says that was fun. Rob says we just watched Wrexham Magic. But anyways, coming in, we're gonna get this one done here. And because we're gonna go out, I'm gonna go have lunch. I'm gonna go have lunch and enjoy it. But that was an absolute barn burner from Wrexham. I gotta tell you, we were dominant. We took our chances. We were unfortunate in some cases. I gotta tell you, the referee is an absolute dipshit on the pitch. I don't know him personally, but absolutely just lost control of the match. Yellow cards, fever everywhere. Didn't give a red card. Doyle got punched in the head with double fists, with double punched in there. But we never panicked. Wrexham never panicked, not once. And neither did Ipswich, to be fair. Wrexham never panicked, not once. And when we had the momentum, we took it, and we just took it by the scruff of the neck. And there were so many great performances all over that pitch. And I'm so proud of the boys. Good afternoon. What's up? Yeah, another thing I want to point out, too, there was good game management. Some really good game management. And, a game like that, we lose that game. We drew the last game against Bristol City, not because of game management, just because, I guess, but early on in the season, we lose that game. For sure, we lose that game. Doyle was lucky not to black out. He had a great goal, too. It was unbelievable. I think our defense, I got to give credit to where credit is due. Our defensive line, two of those guys had yellow cards. Doyle and Max, and Max got his in the 26th minute, and Doyle got his a little bit later, and they stayed on the pitch. And they kept coming at us. So 8 goals, 23 shots on target combined. Oh, it's incredible. You want to call it negative or not? AO needs to work on where he puts the ball. He does have a tendency to push the ball into space, and that's what led to the goal, but it's a tricky surface, so you can't really get on that. But, it is what it is. But I got to tell you, everyone all over the pitch looked great. I just want to go through the team sheet here. AO, came back and fought back. He was Okay, they had a 5-9. I'll just leave that alone. Doyle, I thought was spectacular. Bouncing off the game he had the other day. He came back, he scored a goal. I thought he was spectacular. He's behind Mayhem, he's our best center half for sure. Him and Doyle are unbelievable. Mayhem was incredible, had a lot to do today, also on a yellow card too. Our full back line of 3 was also on yellow cards. Max, okay, I think Max gets stretched out a lot by Kabore, puts him under pressure. So, it is what it is. But Kabore, some good, some bad. I love the way he gets into the crowd and his decision-making at times. But, it is what it is in regards to the fact that everyone put in a good shift in performance, and Kabore and Max on that side needs to be worked on. Sheaf went down. I thought he was playing really well. I thought the passing in the middle of the park was fantastic. Even when Dobson came on, he was fantastic with passing. Though his passing was so good. When he cleared the ball, he passed the ball for their 3rd goal, I believe. Was just as perfect there too. But he put himself about. Unfortunate for Sheaf, we're going to have to see where he ends up. I do not want both of our central midfielders out. But I think Viner might be coming in if that's the case. O'Brien got man of the match, possibly. I think possibly so. I thought Kiefer Moore was up there too, and Josh Windness. But O'Brien was everywhere. That's his position. That is his 2 assists today. That's his position. That's where he needs to be. He's been great. He runs around, and takes out every single blade of grass. And we're going to need him. We're going to need him. And I tell you, it's so good to see it. It's so good to see guys slotting in and getting an opportunity like O'Brien is doing and running with it. And he's doing a great job. Thomason, I thought was fantastic today. Him and Doyle on that left side were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Thomason, had a great goal. He set that one up earlier too, and then he finally put it in the back of the net, and he wanted that one. So good for him. I think he's slotting in very nice too. Rathbone ran around, did everything he needed to do, didn't score. I think he's in there for pressure and putting pressure. And I think at times in that first half we were incredible with our pressing, and he was part of that too. So good on him. Windass, I mean, he wanted it today. He definitely wanted it. When he's on form, he's on form. He looked good. Him and Kiefer Moore were great. That flick on Kiefer Moore was fantastic. He did. I think he went off in the 85th minute. Josh Windness put an absolute shift in. Well done to him. And his goal was just a scrappy, just not going away. Going to take it, put it back in. A good headed goal too, and good defensive work he did. When Sheaf went off, he dropped in a little deeper and was playing in that position a little bit deeper. So I really liked him. Kiefer Moore, not much to say other than holy shit, he was awesome today. Awesome. I don't know. He was running all over the place, running all over the tractor boys, and he looked up for it today. His goal was spectacular. His defensive duty was great. He put himself about. I thought he was great. He was a good outlet pass on that left side. God, there's some games where I'm like, Kiefer, what the hell? But today he was absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely 10 out of 10 for me. And then subs came on. I said Dobson played great. Ryan Longman did fantastic when he came on too. Broadhead changed the game. Absolutely changed the game when he came on and just bullied his own team, and a great goal too. Set up one goal. By the way, the Lewis O'Brien outside of the boot pass that went to Broadhead for his goal, go watch that back. Go watch that back. He went around the corner outside of the boot, and then Broadhead was there and just passed it in the back of the corner. That is unbelievable. Hip Karma has just woken up. Has absolutely just woken up. Thomason was great today too, regardless of the goal. He was good. He was good. Got work, so I will listen to watch along through the day while I'm driving. Then the highlights when I get home. It's going to be a good day. Yes, late Fishers are here. Hi, I couldn't see the game. I was at the stadium, Macomb Huffo, watching that game. I don't know what that is. I think it's another soccer team. I'm not sure. Or football team. I'm not sure. But, and then Zach Feiner got his debut today. I expect to see more of Zach Feiner. I think Zach Feiner is going to be starting on Tuesday, 100%. I think he's going to be starting on Tuesday. And I think in the Wrexham Time calling show, somebody mentioned that he was calling guys out where to go, leader on the pitch, and we're going to need him. And I'll tell you this right now. If we're in the playoffs, this team every game seems like we're playing like a cup game. I don't mind us going down, coming back, because we're not going to sit. We're not going to just give up. We always have a chance in any game. And that's why I really do back us if we are in the playoffs, when and if we're in the playoffs, to do well. I'm not, I think we can go up through the playoffs, but it's going to take a lot of work. But this team, it feels like everything's a cup tie. And it's fantastic. Remember, we got 2 interviews coming up with Phil Parkinson and Doyle, but the tabled for us today really well. I'm going to bring this up as well. The table was tabling. Got some good results. Coventry City got the W, fine. Middlesbrough drew today. All right. We are in 6th place. We are with 51 points, which is, great. Millwall is up there, 56 points. They lost today. Look at that ahead of us. This is good news right here. Millwall, Ipswich, and Hull all lost today, and we won. And we did what we had to do today. Sorry, I'm gonna bring this up. We did the business we needed to do today. That we had to do that, and we took care of it. Birmingham City did win. Derby County lost, and Watford won. But we did what we needed to do. No draws, no losses. We came out and we did what we needed to do. And I wanted this game so bad. You go into the match, you go like, we're gonna win. How are we gonna win? No one knew what was coming. I mean, no one knew. I've been watching football for 25 years minimum, and I've never seen it. Sports my entire life. I've never seen anything happen like this before, ever. But it's pretty incredible. But we're sitting in 6th place. There are a couple teams, Hull and Ipswich, that Ipswich has two games in hand. Hull has 1 game in hand. But it's all there for the taking. 51 points. The top of the table of that mid table of 3 to 6 is 56 points. So there we go. But good on Wrexham. But okay, what else? We're going to get to the interviews here. Actually, I'll give you the stats, then we'll get to the interviews, because why not? We'll do a little bit of stats, a little bit of stat work here. Stats. Here we go. Oh, by the way, more scores at 6. Windass, more scores at 6. At 6 minutes in, Mehmeti scores at 19. Windass 37. Azan 45 plus 3. Then you got Thomason. No, then you got Keepray, Thomason, Doyle, then Broadhead. I mean, what a match. If you haven't watched the match, please go back and watch it. It is unbelievable. But the stats were like this. 17 shots to their 13. Great offense today. I thought it was fantastic. We had 10 shots on target to their 6. 5 corners to their 2. Fouls committed 14 to 10. A lot of fouls there. I don't know. I think there were like 8 yellow cards in the match. Let me just look at this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 8. Yeah, there were 8 yellow cards in this match. 8. I thought I gotta just forget the referee was awful. I mean, he lost control of the match. Ipswich Town were trying to go him a little bit, and then he just lost control of the match. I mean, it should have been a penalty for us too. Absolutely should have been a penalty. But we fought back against that too. We didn't give up, and that's what's fantastic about our side, and what I love about this team, and what makes it so passionate. Why we do the local pundit too. All right, Phil Parkinson here. What does he have to say?
Phil, a very thrilling victory for your side here at the Stoke Tower. I'll ask your thoughts after that one tonight.
Phil just smiled. And he wanted it afterwards. If he wanted that 3 points.
So yeah, I think you've got to look at all the factors to understand the magnitude of that performance today. We went to Bristol Tuesday. Bristol had a free weekend. We played Ipswich today, who had a free midweek, and rested the whole team in the cup game. And I think the bookies will have probably factored everything in together and made Ipswich favourites today because of those factors. Mm-hmm. And then to be 3-2 down and come back the way they did is immense. And if there was ever a game our supporters should be really proud of the team, is today.
Yeah, I'll tell you this too. By the way, he went on a turn talking about the supporters up front, but there will be I'm sure there's a question later on about the supporters. I'll tell you, he's right. We had no right to win this game. We really did not. But we did. And after we got on 3-2, you expected us to be like, oh shit. Even me, obviously, we want, that's why passion, love football, love Wrexham. But even me, I was like, oh, how do we do this? But we did. We found a way. We absolutely found a way to do that. And that was a full tilt performance. I'm talking 6 to midnight, whatever you want to call it. Absolutely just an insane amount of effort was put in there. I expect Tuesday there'll be some changes too. But well done. And by the way, I listened on CBS Sports. I listened to CBS Sports, the highlights before I came on. The crowd was crowding. The crowd was absolutely crowding.
You said beforehand just how important a part they would play, but just how important a part did everyone play today in regards to Ipswich's quality and the fact that you've ended up scoring 5 goals to get all 3 points?
Yeah, it's a great effort from the supporters and the players and all the staff. We are really pleased with that. Yeah, I think 2-2 at half time. We were unlucky not to be ahead. We played well, and we said to the lads, look, we can't.
That was true. We were unlucky not to be ahead at 2-2, but it was like I thought we were battering them, but they had good goals. I mean, not good goals. I think the AO spill is, listen, he's going to make mistakes, whatever. I'm not going to harp on it, but it is what it is. But we were unlucky not to be ahead. I want to hear what he has to say. We were at the halftime.
That goal set us back, and lo and behold, we conceded straight after the break with a terrific strike by Kipper. Often centre halves finish like that. And I think a lesser group of players may have started feeling a bit sorry for themselves physically, but we responded brilliantly. It took us a little bit of a while to get back into our stride, but once we did, you felt there was a goal coming from us.
It's true. Once we took the knock, game got a little loose. They were trying to do little argy-bargy, little things here and there. Ipswich Town, because they're a really good side. They were in the Prem last season. They know what they're doing. They went down a little bit, holding their head when they got hit in the Paul Mullins. They were trying to do things, but we stuck to our task, and I thought we kept going forward. And I got to say, I thought Dobson was really good pushing the ball, trying to get on half turns and go forward. And yes, his rugby tackle at the end is an absolute, put that wherever you want. But took the yellow card. Of course he did. That's a classic pep tactic too. I'll take the yellow card, stop the break, end the scare. Don't stop the bleed out and done, which is good. But he's right, Phil. We did not stop playing. We really did not.
And in terms of the fact, you have scored those 5 goals, but in terms of that defensive effort as well, just how much of an all-round effort do you have to put in against a side like Ipswich to get a result like you have done today?
I don't think there's anything left on the pitch today from the team. Of course, Ipswich are a great side. We were in the Premiership last year. They've got a terrific manager. They're a really talented team. But it was our job today to execute the game plan with and without the ball. And I constantly felt we gave them problems. Of course, we look at the goals we conceded. But I'm not going to let that affect today because there were some really good performances. I thought Kiefer was unplayable in that first half.
He really was.
And right through the team, there's some really, really top-level performances.
See, even him, too, you look at it, he's like, I don't want to get it. Like, we'll talk about the goals another day. Sure, we can talk about that's like with the AO conversation. He lost his man there. But, true, the effort levels were and I hate to say that, too, winning out. I will say that's probably other than the Charlton match, that's probably my favorite Wrexham match I've ever seen. Absolutely. Because we had no right to win that game. None. 0. It's just unbelievable what we did there. Unbelievable what we did. It was. I mean, you can't write that shit. You literally can't write it. I mean, I've watched so much sport and soccer and football in my life. I've never seen anything like it. I really can't. At time, I don't know if you watched the watch along. At time, I was kind of speechless when we started coming back. How are we doing this? There is something happening here. It's something really kind of special. But again, it's not about believing. It's not about believing the boys or back the way. It's about going out there and actually going and just having effort and going and like, you know what? We're not going to lose today. We're not going to lose. We're going to keep going forward and we're not going to lose. And they're absolutely unbelievable. And he's right. Kiefer Moore was unplayable. Something happened. Him getting a bit of rest and getting back out there, whatever it was, Kiefer Moore was unplayable. That strike was incredible. And you're right. Thomas did come out and was beast mode after a guy stood on his head. And the ref just kind of like, I didn't see it, whatever, but everyone saw it. And talking about the I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know about the call, but there we go. Sea Lord says, great to see Moore have a great match after seeming like he's fading a little bit lately. Yeah, maybe he had a little bit of a knock, but he felt good today. Let's see what else Parkinson has to say, and then we'll get to Doyle.
Some of those performances, I guess, for you, it's even more pleasing when you look at the score sheet and you've got so many different goals coming from all different outlets in this type of victory.
That's a great question.
It's important, to get goals from all areas. Kiefer and Josh obviously do what they've been doing for us. When the important moments come, they take them, which was brilliant. And then obviously for Tomo, he's just been outstanding for us. I'm so pleased for him to get the goal. And Doyle, if we're honest, Doyle was lucky to be on the pitch with that incident with the goalkeeper. It's one of the clearest penalty decisions you're ever likely to see. How Doyle wasn't knocked out in that moment, I really don't know. But then to get up and get the goal was fantastic for him. And Broadhead, huge impact when he came on. Yeah. Huge impact. He was obviously desperate to play today, but he played his first game Tuesday for a while. And I had to look at the overall picture. But when he came on, that was a great impact from him.
Broadhead, let's go backwards from there. Broadhead was fantastic. He was almost unplayable himself. And yet you want to go against your other squad and play them too. And when he came on, he literally changed the game. Literally, and his goal was fantastic. He came on, he was like a point guard out there, had the ball, half turn, pointing where the guys to go that way, making passes, up, taking shot. You saw when he came on, he had that first shot that was blocked. I was like, oh shit, he's going to score today. He's going to do whatever he can to score today. And then he did. He got his opportunity. He tried to do a little too much. They knew he was going to shoot it. He saw that corner goal. He was right there on that first shot when he came on, and it was just blocked. He was going to put it in, and then he did it 5-10 minutes later, whatever it was, and sealed the match. 10 minutes later, we sealed the match, but he was fantastic. Also, talking about Doyle, I thought it was Kiefer Moore that got punched in the head. All right? That is an absolute penalty. He's 100% right. It was Doyle. Doyle got double Superman punched in the head, and the keeper was like, goal kick. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely no. I mean, no. And to be fair, they should go back and look at that, because it's unfathomable. I know the reffing is bad. I know. But someone, please go back and look at that. The guy absolutely decked him twice. And he's right. He could have been knocked out and could have been dangerous. Doyle is an absolute stud. He is my favorite player on the team. He is fantastic. I think he just, 22, 23 years old. He is everything that Wrexham is for a player that has come through the ranks at Man City, gone out on loan, Norwich, come back over here. Unbelievable. And what a goal. And I'm so happy. Second goal, I think. I cannot believe he stayed on the pitch too. Sea Lord says, I remember the confusion when Parky went through and got Thomas in that squad looking for like an ace move. Yes. I wonder if that Ipswich guy gets a 3-match ban after the match, like Macca. Oh, the guy that stepped on his head. Maybe they'll have to look at that. And Hip Karma, he did. What's up, Esteban? Good job on extra time as well.
In terms of the week for your side, 4 points, an impressive victory here today. How key is it that you can continue to build on this momentum now?
Yeah, of course. It's just each game is got a special feel to it. We're just enjoying it. We'll recover quickly. And Tuesday is as big a game as today because there's 3 points at stake. But, we'll let the lads have a breather tomorrow. We'll let everybody back in Monday, and we'll start looking at Portsmouth over the next 24 hours and get ready to hopefully get another result.
Here's the deal. I'm going to point this out right now, too. Bring that down in a second. The Portsmouth game is just as important because you can't go from doing that, what we did today, and then drop points against Portsmouth. I know Portsmouth beat, they won today. They beat, let me just take a peek who they beat today. They beat, who the fuck did they beat? They beat Millwall 3-1 today. Portsmouth are 19th place. This to me, oh my God, 19th place Portsmouth that just won. They actually won 2 on the back. They won 3 out of the last 5 matches with 2 losses in there too. This is a game that we're like, oh shit, if we go, I'll be so pissed. It will take everything away from what happened today. You cannot go and lose that. You just cannot go and lose that. But we won't. We're going to go win that match. Hey, all, what's up, Neil Walker? How are you? But again, what great grit by the team. And yes, he's right. That should have been a penalty. No yellow card. That ref, they need to go back and look at that. They really do. And I'm not. I get on the refs a lot, but geez, that was just doesn't make any sense. Absolutely doesn't make any sense. All right, here we go. Another interview coming up here with Doyle, who has just been leaps and bounds. Come on, incredible.
Callum, an 8-goal thriller that you come out getting 3 points from. Just how do you sum that one up this afternoon?
Coming in at half-time 2-2, I thought we didn't really deserve that, but that's how the game was going. And we came out, we went 1 down, and I thought the lads dug deep, and then we managed to get the 3 points in the end.
What does getting that 3 points against a side like Ipswich's quality in the way that you have done today just say about you as a group in terms of that character application?
Yeah, they're a really good side. We came here twice now, and it's been a tough game. But for the lads' character today, it's shown throughout. Our togetherness was strong today, and yeah, we got got the 3 points in the end.
Good for. I mean, listen, he kind of started a little bit too, and he hasn't had a partner next to him. The partner he's had next to him has been Thomas, and I think they play really well together. Kakache and him they had a couple games together. They look good. Kakache is unfortunately went down with another injury, but Doyle on that, his passing is incredible. And by the way, go back and watch the game where Doyle was. Doyle was up the pitch high. Max was up the pitch too. Mac was up the pitch too, but Thomas was covering back too. He was all over the pitch. He was in the box, I think, for the second goal. I think he was actually in the box calling for the ball for the second and maybe even the first goal. But his all that talk about him being unfit, not fast, take that stuff, throw it the fuck out. Sorry. This kid is a stud. I'm not saying we're lucky to have him on this team, but what a great pickup for Wrexham. Like, unbelievable pickup. He's 22, 23 years old, and he has a bright future in Wrexham colours.
What was it like for you on a personal level? I think we could see that you had an impact on both boxes today, got that goal as well. I mean, what did you make of your own performance?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm glad to get the goal. Defensively, I thought a few of the goals were a bit easy, but it's one of them you've got to look back at and hopefully improve in the future. But altogether, I thought it was a really good game for everyone today, and me and the lads are buzzing.
Mm-hmm.
When we look at
they got to look at they got to look at those goals, but not today. I mean, those were good goals. I mean, we were caught out a little bit on the back line. I mean, it was a wide open game, but I'm going to go back and watch it too. We'll dissect that another day, but like everyone said, but buzzing on this one here. This is the season Wrexham made Ipswich. There you go. You said it on that. Really well done there too. I was slower to come around Doyle, but now I understand Josh's love affair with him. I mean, we're on a boat together. We're sipping shit. He's awesome. He is an awesome player. Awesome player.
Week's work, obviously Bristol City and Ipswich, both sides that are fighting for promotion. You've got 4 points from 2. I mean, in terms of a week, you can't ask for much more than that, can you?
No, it's a great start.
No, you can ask for more. You can ask for 6.
We've got another big game Tuesday, which the lads are looking forward to, and we want to improve again. Like I said, it's a tough championship season this year, and anyone can beat anyone, but the lads done really well today, and proud of them.
As you said there.
True that too. It is a tough championship. This is going to be a battle. We got to get rid of some of the teams. We got to get rid of whether it be a Millwall or a Hull. Got to take them out. Some, or get help too. And as long as we go on a bit of a run, I mean, we could win the next 3 games in a row. We could do. And let's see how we'll see how things go up. Yeah, the ref was dubious.
Tough championship season. These games are always going to be difficult. Just how much of a key role did the supporters play, especially in that second half?
Hold on. There we go. Supporters question. Didn't ask it for Parkinson. Had to get it in today. There we go. So the Doyle one.
Yeah, I thought they were really good today. They got behind us, especially in the second half. We went 1 down and they didn't stop singing, and it helped us in the end.
Thanks, Callum.
Yeah.
And they were singing. Like I said, I heard it when I watched the highlights back. They were singing, and what a game to be at! I mean, absolutely game to be at there, and shouting and screaming. I wish I was there too. Just 23 shots on target. The keepers were just an absolute 6-pointer. And it's tough to beat teams back to back. We just beat them in the cup. This was a tough game. I wanted to win. I didn't think we could win. I thought we could win. I didn't know how we would, but when we went down 3-2, the battle back was absolutely intense. But now, I would say that it's the rest of the season is pretty much in our own hands. But we might need a little bit more help for sure. But we just got to go and win games. We really do. We really do. Birmingham right on our tail for playoffs is annoying. Nothing we can do about it, Sealord. And we are tied now for 3rd goals of the season. Well, I mean, it's a tough-ass league. It really is. But that doesn't mean we can't go on and do well. Michael says we stayed aggressive and made chances. Love the aggressiveness with a lead. I think we have to. And I think that's what, that's what we need to do. Unleash the hounds and let them go play. That's heavyweights beating, throwing haymakers. And who's going to stand at the end? And we were standing at the end too. We had 1 more punch than they did. Actually, we had 2 more punches than they did. And we knocked them out. And that's a big win. I mean, make no mistake, this is a big win. We're going to go back and look at this when we get promoted. Like, remember the Ipswich win? This is going to be it. But all right, what a fantastic day. What a fantastic watch along. Game day build-up show was great. with Ken and Patty, and Wrexham time with all of you doing that with Patty as well. Awesome. So thanks for coming in. It's Saturday. It's 12:21. I'm gonna go get myself some food because I think I've earned it. I think I've earned it. I'm gonna get myself some food. So smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the local pundit if you haven't already. If anything breaks, we'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Ring and Rant show, which is essentially just a Wrexham time on the weekend. We'll figure that out. Maybe we should just make it not a Wrexham time, like a daily show. So Ken will be up doing that. I think so. So anyways, thanks for coming in. Smash the like button, subscribe, and on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.